Good morning, everyone. I'm La Luna Bell, and y'all, I've tried to make my posts on Facebook, on my personal Facebook page, but because of the interference and, well, people just flat out hacking my phone and my devices, I can't even post to my personal Facebook page. I'm not surprised. But you can see this is a picture that I took this morning of the post I made, and it had been trying to process for like 20 minutes, and they wouldn't let it go through. It's the hacking of my phone and my devices, also my home. They illegally record and video and audio in me in my home. These are some of the gang stalking techniques and everything that use. I will tell you also, y'all. I am a target. I am what is known as a whistleblower. Um, I was targeted by organized crime group and family. I had my inheritance trust and or estate that was left to me by my late husband as well as my late in-laws. My husband was a billionaire in his own right, as was my in-laws, both separate on their own. Now, I'm not bragging, I'm just stating facts. I can also tell you without a doubt that both my late mother-in-law and my late father-in-law left copies, original copies, certified copies of their last will and testaments, including the last one that my late father-in-law made with some of my mother-in-law and my father-in-law's German friends, allegedly. Now, again, y'all, this is all for entertainment. 18 plus trigger warning. I am writing a book about my life experiences in Enterprise, Alabama, especially dealing with corruption. There's a great deal of corruption in this town. Not only did they steal my inheritance trust and or estates, both of them that were left to me, they stole my identity. They stole my intellectual property. I'm a poet. I'm an author. I'm a painter. I'm a songwriter, and I'm a psychic medium, and I have helped solved and or solved on my own with my gifts multiple murders and unalivings and missing person cases. There is in fact one local psychic who actually wrote a book that was my work. Now, I will also tell you that this touches on every level of government in our society here in our United States. Not only that, it is worldwide. It is connected as well to the Epstein files, human trafficking, organ harvesting. If it could be bought or sold, it is. This is much more than the smug trade or anything else. The human trafficking trade is actually far more profitable. Not only do that, there's the black market sale and outright theft of military parts and pieces, especially from this base. Not only does it include the military, it also includes organized crime within the union in this area. Now, this includes we are talking major political figures, not just locally or statewide, but nationally as well. We are also speaking of judges, lawyers, doctors, nurses, police, sheriff, detectives, every level. We're talking fire and rescue. We're talking the public utilities. Let me touch on the public utilities in just a moment. We are also speaking of banks and banking officials, banking employees, fire and rescue, EMT, paramedics, everybody and everything that is connected to the human trafficking and the harvesting of organs, as well as Amber Alerts and missing persons and so many other things. I've channeled actually quite a few of the missing or Amber Alerts here recently. You'd be surprised. Let me touch on the public utilities. Right here, I have my receipts from where I paid my bills for my public utilities here in this town. This one in particular. Now, I want to make mention that not only is CIA, FBI, CID, Internal Affairs, but apparently there's some kind of Internal Affairs also for judges and lawyers. Apparently, there's some judges who, bitch, y'all are just part of the organized crime. And allegedly, you have your own review process or internal affairs, and you have a panel of 9 judges who've been, well, what I'm hearing is assimilating all of the evidence against y'all. This is organized crime that is worldwide. I also allegedly have properties and banking accounts in Germany as well. My mother-in-law was German. My husband was half German. They tried to use that law that they tried to create about nationality and whatnot. Bitch, y'all stupid, allegedly. I have to say that. But let's get back to the public utilities. See, the last time I went in and paid my bill, I paid it down to 0. I would like to remind all of you in that public building that y'all call allegedly City Hall that you have your cameras all over that building, not just in the part that is the police or fire station, but also the public utility one. That y'all have cameras aimed on y'all to protect you and the citizens, right? Allegedly. Now, I'm going to pick up my rods here because I want people to see, in fact, the physical action of the rods as I say the things that I'm saying. I want y'all to see with your own physical eyes and not just the words I speak. Did they alter my account? Did the public works facility in the City Hall of Enterprise, Alabama employees change my account and made me in debt again? Did I pay my bill down to 0 this last time? Did they again add on extra money? Were they caught on camera doing this? There were 3 individuals who were caught on camera changing the information and my payment information on my public utilities. They also did it at the gas company. They also did it at the power company. They also did it at my bank, which is a national banking system here in our town. Was I also contacted by the executive office of that bank yesterday because of their own internal investigation of their banking employees for fraud and so much more? Is the police department in this town of Enterprise, Alabama, being reviewed and investigated for organized crime? Is there a false marriage with someone in my name? I am not married. I am a widow. I have not remarried, and I've only married twice. Have there been multiple attempts on my life? Was there an old FBI person that was a hitman hired to unalive me? In Louisiana. Was it $1.7 million that he received for this hit? There have been attempts to poison me multiple times. And the investigators, the FBI, the CID, the CIA, the Internal Affairs, and, well, people, there's organizations here apparently that have no name and no title and ain't supposed to exist, have been investigating y'all for what, 3 years at least, or longer? This happened before even my husband started to pass. There was triggering in the system alarms that were raised because of the sale and liquidation and property and the movement of monies and adjustments made from here to there. This is corruption on the deepest and highest levels. Is this also connected to Epstein? Is my copycat part and parcel of the kitty corn with an adult film star? Did they also roofie me and have me essayed? Did they also sell this on the dark web? They sold me being essayed and roofied on the dark web. The man who did it is a pilot here. His son is a doctor, and he used a medicine that was done by a compound pharmacist in our community, allegedly. This is human trafficking on every level. These are honeypot scams. This is RICO. They have been illegally recording audio and visual of me in every room in my house and have sold it on the dark web. They have essayed my soul for their profit and enjoyment. They have tortured me and many others. There is an underground facility at that memorial site in Ozark, Alabama. The 15-minute video I have of that site and who did it is real. And I turned it into the defense attorney's office and they have suppressed it and hidden it. The attempts to unalive me and the hitmen really increased after that, after I tried and turned that video in. Even those that double unaliving and essaying of those girls in Ozark, Alabama, that I have connected it to a major worldwide trucking company that my cousin, a CPA, worked for. Not only do they do worldwide, they do transport for the military by air, by sea, and by land. This is connecting to truckers as well. This is also connected to the Atlanta unalivings of young children of black color in the 80s and late 70s. Allegedly, the FBI hitmen in Louisiana tried to claim my work. I have also connected this to the serial unaliver truckers on the highway that goes through the middle of this country. It is all part and connected to the Epstein cases. Human trafficking, trafficking of every kind, allegedly. This is why they are trying to shut me up. This touches on worldwide leaders, not just national ones here. This is everything and everybody. This is the biggest organization and the biggest corruption case. And y'all filed multiple false reports about me, especially my neighbors. They are part and parcel of the organized crime. Who's Don Juan? Particularly the gang stalker across the street from me. And the man, the PDFer, and his girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, with the 80-year-old mother. Y'all are trying to do to her what y'all been trying to do to me. Unalive her for her estate. I reported that to DHR. DHR is part of the corruption and the cover-up. Are they trying to cover up that old woman in the evidence I submitted? Did they frame the man that I spoke to at DHR, the black man? Did they also threaten him? Don Juan. Apparently, y'all owe him $3 million. That gang stalker across the street. You don't have the money. He has the handlebar mustache here. And you're fucking terrified of him. Well, you should be. I can tell you, actually, I predicted some of the things that would happen to you. Many of you. I don't think it's necessary that I speak it now. I'm going to sit back and wait. I know my Creator is moving. I'm being reminded of Matthew 23:5, day before yesterday. My gang stalker across the street and the one next door, y'all are PDFers. And much worse. You tried to do some, I call it religious performing arts. But darling, that was unaliving magic. That was what we call, you know, the DEATH magic. That storm yesterday that sat right over your house, allegedly, in our community, in our neighborhood. Did y'all see those posts about that storm? And it sat right over the top of this area. It was huge. That was your sign of the Creator, of the divine. Someone had a tree fall on their home. I know exactly who you are. 5150. That hoodoo Queenie Bee bitch performs ritual human sacrifice for this church schmexual cult coven that is part of the Epstein and the consumption of human flesh. You are part of a satanic cult under the disguise of Christianity. You are an abomination. You are an abomination. You are abomination. And it's the youngest that you like the most. They have all the evidence they need. Everything. I'm being reminded of those receipts that I showed you of the public utilities. And when I just said they have all the evidence they need, that was the nail in the coffin. That they needed to prove how the public utilities are part of the corruption in this area. They had all of you on camera, on your cameras. I don't know if you heard that knocking. But I even told you when I stood there paying that bill that I didn't have to record you, that you were already being recorded, that I'm recorded everywhere I go, everything I do, everything I say, everything. Y'all have even messed with my vehicle. And even now, you tried to steal my home through some fake citation. My pool has been like this for over 11 years. And you're just now going to serve me a citation. This is a nefarious way of you trying to steal my home and make me homeless. I will not go homeless. You will, though. Whoever did that, you are the one that will go homeless. I hope it helps. I don't need rods, but sometimes it helps to see that physical. For me, even though I hear it, it's almost like a human touch. You can see it with your eyes. And I hope others can see this as well. Now, y'all sit back and watch Spirit work. I'm being reminded of Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm not looking back.